Welcome to Spoiled to Perfection, the show that unlocks the magic behind food techniques such as pickling, fermenting, curing, salting, spicing, and curdling, just to name a few. Today we're at the Barlow in Sebastopol, and this is Zazu Kitchen. Husband and wife chefs John, Stewart, and Duskie Estes are just about as local as it gets in Sonoma County. They source ingredients from their own farm and from small local purveyors. In doing so, they really epitomize the farm-to-table movement of sustainability and quality. All right, let's go meet him. Oh, hey, how's it going? So we're here inside the kitchen at Zazu with Duskie and John. And guys, it's great to see you.
It's great to have you here.
Yeah, glad to have you.
Thanks. So tell me a little bit about Zazu, how you guys started and what you're all about.
We're about showing off Sonoma County. We really adhere to sense of place. Really matters to us that it speaks of what you can only get here and of the time that we're at. So seasonality is really important, and knowing the face that feeds you is really important to us. So for every ingredient, whether it be food or drink, we want to know the story behind the person who is the maker or the farmer or the, rancher.
That's fantastic.
So those are sort of our tenets. And then another complication in the whole matter is that I'm a big advocate for how animals are treated. And so every animal has to have a great life and only one bad day.
The end, the last,
The last one.
They don't even know that that's happening. They're good that way.
Right. Well, if you do it right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we farm in 3 locations in Sonoma County. So we farm at the Barlow where the restaurant is in Sebastopol.
Right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
We also have our animals in Forestville at our home.
Yeah.
So 50 to 100 animals, rabbits, ducks, pigs, sheep, goats, chickens. Did I name everybody?
That's it.
We also farm in Healdsburg at a winery called Davis Family Vineyards. And in the summer we do a U-Pick BLT stand up there.
Great.
So you can grab your tomato and then we'll make you, ideally, the best BLT you've ever had.
So how did all this start?
We met in a restaurant kitchen in Seattle. And
She was my boss.
And still is?
And in some ways, yes.
Yeah.
That's, as a smart man, yes. She was my boss. I was a fry cook.
he was the only one that could cook a crab cake right. So it captivated my heart.
You won her with crab cakes.
Wow, there you go. So, moving right along. Yeah,
The rest is history. So let's talk for a little minute about bacon. Tell me how you guys got started with bacon and what the process looks like for you.
So cooking is a way for people who like to do things with their hands to do things. With a lot of the products, first you eat it and you get excited about it, and then maybe you try to find the best version of that product, and then inevitably I'm gonna make this jump into wanting to make it myself. The first bacon that I cured, the first pork belly that I cured, we actually were going to a breakfast with Bruce Adele, the Sausage King, and his wife, Nancy Oakes, who has Boulevard in San Francisco. And I showed up with like a dozen eggs and this slab of bacon under my arm. And I don't know that I realized how bold a sort of move it was to be like, check it out, look what I made, like Sausage King,
Yeah,
and,
right.
But we ate
Sausage
bacon
King.
and we had eggs and there was a cheese course and it was a delicious breakfast. But, and then it just keeps going. First I just kind of wanted to make it for the restaurant, and then people are like, this is great, you should sell it to me. And then it's like, okay, and then...
Well, and how we ended up getting beyond our own doors on bacon is that I work an event for Food and Wine Magazine in Aspen every year. And there was a bacon and Pinot pairing seminar with Danny Meyer, who has a number of restaurants in New York, and a guy named Dan Phillips, who had a Bacon of the Month club called Grateful Palate. And in my youthful chutzpah, I ran up on stage afterwards with a pack of his bacon, and I was like, you think your bacon's good? Check out my husband's bacon.
Whoa, bold move.
It was a little bit bold. But I mean, you know, it's easy to pitch your husband, right?
Right.
Like I wasn't pitching myself, I was pitching my husband.
Yeah, and it's the truth, right? It's like, hey, this is great stuff.
And he was like, if you can make 10,000 packs in October, I'll put it in my club. And I was like,
That's a motivator.
That was a big motivator.
Let's do it.
So we had to figure out how to get, you know, legal through the USDA with our bacon, and we did.
Yeah.
So John, I'm really curious about the bacon making process. Can you just like take me through the steps or something, or how can we learn about this?
Well, like I said, I like to do things with my hands, so I think it's
Yeah.
easier if I show you than tell you.
Okay.
So let's go in the kitchen.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Okay, so like I said, you know, I'm kind of a hands-on person.
Yeah.
I like to just sort of get going and talk while we go.
Let's get into it.
So here we have spices.
Yeah, what do we got?
Bacon is made pretty similarly by a lot of people.
Okay.
So there's salt, there's sugar, your preference of spices, and then there are curing salts.
So what's special about the curing salts? I mean, obviously they're pink.
They are pink. Curing salts are nitrates, and nitrate is what it keeps the bacon pink, so it fixes color.
Yep.
It also prevents botulism. Botulism is
That's
a bad
important.
thing. Botulism is a bad thing, and there's not a whole lot of things that can substitute the job that curing salts do. Yeah. So then we'll just put it in here in a tub, and yeah, and you just kind of. Here, you can grab some handfuls.
Yeah,
and
just grab a
sort
handful
of,
and
yeah,
just start.
yeah, and you just sort of, you want an even layer.
Just kind of like that?
So this is what is called a dry cured belly. By
Right.
rubbing the spices on there and allowing them to penetrate, you're dry curing the bacon.
Yeah. So does this look good? What
This
do you
looks
think?
great,
Okay,
and-
so where are we going with this?
We're just gonna go into the walk-in
walk-in.
and let it sit.
All right,
All right.
great. Let's do it. So you just take it, hook it, and let it sit.
We will leave it like this because it'll
just
drip
like that.
moisture. So something like this is a finished belly that's finished smoking. And that you break them out like this so that they cool uniformly and to a uniform shape. But right now they just sit like this, and yeah, you can see other versions, but in like tomorrow there'll be a pool of liquid sitting in here, and then we'll drain that off, and we just keep removing the moisture and following the dry cure.
Right. And I can already see it starting to liquid up here in the
Yeah,
spots.
the meat pulls the salts in, and then it pulls the moisture out. Well, I've actually got a belly that's in the smoker and should be just about done. So maybe we should go and check that out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay?
All right.
All right. So after about 12 hours of smoke at about 150 degrees,
Okay.
bacon's done. You can take an internal temperature, but you can also
Oh, beautiful.
look at that.
Oh, man.
And you just shoot for this beautiful color.
Great.
So that's it.
Yeah.
It's that beautiful
Yeah.
color.
Is
the
that
fats,
the rub that we'd put on it? And
the chili flakes, the black pepper,
Right.
everything. And the smoke, it never gets old.
Oh.
That's my favorite color of
The
anything.
smell is just great.
Yeah.
Smoky and
I'll stink like this tonight, and it's not offensive.
smoked meat is great anytime.
Exactly. So yeah, that's bacon.
Duskie, this is my favorite part of the whole show. And especially this show because of what's on this plate right here.
Yeah, this is our black pig bacon.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get to eat it straight up. So take a bite, and then I'll explain to you why our bacon
ready.
is awesome.
Oh,
Okay, so first, we have the best pork belly out there. So all pigs on pasture, most pigs confined. So first, we start with the premium pork belly. Then we do the dry cure process that's patient with brown sugar. And what the dry rub does is, do you see how the fat is still on the bacon, and when you eat it, it explodes in your mouth? I call it fat pop.
yes, I'd like to try it again for that reason.
Yeah. So that's what you get from dry cure bacon. Yeah, the fat pop is so good. I love fat pop. But so then I made you a Brussels sprout salad, and it has a cheese that you might be familiar with. From Bellwether Farms, it has St. Andreas, which is
Hey.
one of my
Our good friends over at
favorite
Bellwether.
cheeses. And some apples and Marcona almonds, so you get sweet, you get crunchy, and some frisee. And we try to not overcook the Brussels sprout, which is what most people do wrong.
With a lot of vegetables, people just overdo it, boil it, make it mushy, something like that.
Yeah, you gotta
These
have
are very,
crunch.
very crunchy.
Yeah.
It's all about the texture.
And the cheese. So I love to showcase our bacon in a couple ways. I either like it to be straight up, so you taste it in its purest state.
Which is delicious.
It is.
All on its own.
It totally is perfect as it is. Or I like to infuse it in things. So we infused bourbon with our bacon. So I took
Great idea.
Yeah.
So the alcohol basically breaks down the fat.
And it absorbs all
absorbs
that
all the
smoke and sweet
flavor
and salt and porkiness and
Nice.
So,
no,
and-
no added calories to the bourbon.
no, done. And then we garnish with caramel bacon popcorn that we call rodeo jacks. So you take a bite and then you take a sip. Okay. Isn't that good? Okay.
Oh, that's incredible balance.
Outrageously delicious.
That's the best way to describe it. It's outrageously delicious. I just want to scream that. Oh, wow.
So I have another thing I'm really proud of.
What you got?
We're big fans of Tilted Shed.
As are we.
And so I was in an apple orchard with a bunch of pigs in Yorkville, and I decided that I needed to connect the dots of the pig family with the awesome apple family.
Yeah.
So I connected them, and we started, all three of us, making a hard cider together, where the apples got smoked in our smoker with our bacon on top. So they're applewood smoked apples that are also bacon drenched.
Great, because the fat drips down onto them. Yeah, haha.
And then
See,
they make the
bacon
hard
makes
cider.
everything better.
It
makes
does.
everything better.
So you got to try it.
Yeah.
You ready?
Oh yeah, let's do this.
All right. Of course, I'm pouring myself first. That's kind of rude. Okay, here we go.
So rude.
It's kind of rude.
Can't believe this right now.
I can't either. Cheers.
Cheers. Apple smoked cider.
Yeah.
With bacon.
With Tilted Shed.
Yes.
So you totally get the smoke, you get the bacon fat, and you still get that bright acid that is characteristic of their cider.
With a fat pop.
I know, it's killer.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a great pairing, right?
I'm like-
Exactly. Makes you think about bacon while you're drinking it.
And the Brussels sprout salad with apples in it. It's perfect. Bring it all around. Let's have everything together.
That's a great way to close up, right?
Totally.
Well, Duskie, this has been a great experience, just learning about all of the different ways that you incorporate bacon and other types of fermented meats into your menu, and about local and sustainable. You guys are doing such a great job and producing some really, really wonderful food. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming to play with us.
What an eye-opening experience it's been here at Zazu Kitchen and Farm. Learning from John and Duskie just about how they sustainably raise their animals for both the restaurant and their black pig meat company. I hope you'll join us next time as we continue to explore and unlock the magic behind transforming raw ingredients into something that's spoiled to perfection.
Spoiled to Perfection is brought to you by Bubby's. See us online at bubbys.com. And remember to eat my pickles, wear clean underwear, and marry a doctor.